Welcome back to another video. So it's currently Wednesday, the 27th of December. So Christmas has been and gone. I have spent 3 days just completely turned off from the world, just relaxing, enjoying Christmas. But I feel very much ready to get back into routine now. I did still do my accessory days on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day like I normally would on Sunday and Monday. So I have still trained and everything, but just everything else I've just switched off and just kind of let myself rest, which has been great. But yeah, I am very much a creature of habit. I like to be in my routine, so I am now excited to get back into routine. So today I have so far just been catching up with clients that I obviously haven't spoken to over the Christmas period. I have been going through any video analysis, I have been updating programs and just basically just checking in on everyone and how they're getting on. And that is all done now. So I've finished work for the day and I am now on my way to train at my parents' house. So it is the start of week 5. It is a very heavy week planned, but I think everything will move really well. I'm excited to get into it and just kind of see how things go. So yeah, gonna head there now and see how the session goes.
If you rockin' with it, put your hands up.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it.
Okay, so squats are done. They moved, like looking back, watching the videos, they moved so much easier than they probably should have, or than I thought they were going to. But they felt hard. I did not want to do any of them. The 150 for 7, I knew realistically it might be difficult, but I know I could do it. Like I had no doubt in my mind that I was going to get to 7. I just didn't know how hard the reps were going to be. And kind of going into it, I just wasn't mentally prepared to do a high rep set. Obviously I made myself do it anyway. There was no negotiation, like I had no choice, it was in the program, I was going to load it regardless. So I did the 150 for 7 and it actually moved really well. My legs were on fire, don't get me wrong, and I was out of breath by the end of the set, but considering I was not mentally prepared for that set, it couldn't have gone any better. Like it was so comfortable. I've mentioned in previous videos, I have been a little bit lightheaded since I've been ill, and I did go lightheaded after that set, so I had to take quite a long rest before I did my back offs. But 3 sets of 7 at 137, so obviously over the last couple of days, it's been Christmas, I haven't been tracking my food, my recovery has not been brilliant. And I could definitely tell because my legs were just not recovering between sets. Like my 137s, my first set, my legs just felt like jelly, and then by the end of the set, I almost felt like my legs weren't even there anymore. And that feeling didn't ever go away. So I had longer rests than I normally would between the sets, but they all just felt, they felt easy, but they felt hard. Like I did not want to do them. And it took a lot of mental strength to just push through and get them done. But I got them done, and they all move really comfortably, actually. Definitely need to make sure that I prioritise nutrition now going into the end of the block, or like the last heavy session of the block on Saturday. But I mean, the way my numbers moved today, I've got no doubt that the numbers on Saturday will also move well. So I'm very happy. I've not really got anything else to say. It's just, you know, I think I've mentioned this before in videos. Like, I'm so 100% on it with my nutrition the majority of the year. On the odd occasions where I'm not, such as Christmas, I really notice a downtrend in my training. But it's fine. It's expected. And also, you know, it's more important that I just enjoy this time of year. And I couldn't have physically tracked anyway because I wasn't the one cooking the food the last couple of days. So it's fine. I'm very happy. Everything was really easy. The 150 was probably like an RP7, I would say. And I think if diet had been 100%, it would have felt probably less than a 7. But I think, gun to my head, I could have probably done 3 more reps today. But I definitely would have keeled over after. Yeah, nothing else to really say. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. They move really well. I just don't feel 100%. I don't feel like I'm recovering 100%. But squats are the hardest part of the session, and they are done. So going to set up and get ready for bench.
I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey, it's alright. Hey, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. It's alright, so let's move on. It's alright, so let's move on.
Okay, so I don't really have many words to describe bench apart from it was amazing. I skimped the pause on my 3 count single. It was probably about a 2 count at most, but I've never paused 110 properly for longer than probably a second, if that. Like, I've always skimped my pauses on 110. So I'm very happy to have hit that with a decent long pause. It was there was a little bit of movement on my chest. Like, if you zoom in on the 110, you can see it wasn't completely stationary, so it wouldn't have been good enough for comp. But that was purely panic over the fact that I had a long pause single at 110, and my long pauses this block haven't been amazing. So very, very happy. That's definitely the best 110 has ever moved. It felt really comfortable, like pressing it back up, it was super quick. And then I dropped the intensity on my back offs. So in order to save energy and kind of prime me better for Saturday's heavy bench, I have pulled my back offs intensity down. So I did 95, 4 sets of 7. The fact that 95 for 7s is classed as low intensity now is crazy. They moved incredibly well. I feel like my leg drive, I've finally remembered what I'm doing. And yeah, bench just felt incredible. So gonna crack on and get warmed up for deadlifts, but feeling very, very good so far.
Okay.
All I see across the room, X marked on the spot. Everybody tryna zoom. But this is casual, another night with the wolves. But I should be dealing with them, she's a damn professional. Making plays for, don't need to be told, yeah she knows. Got these fellas down bad and everybody else mad. Adrenaline rush, leaving them in the dust. Now they converting the stands. The world is in her hands now. She's living in my head rent free. Burning through my long-term memory. Everybody racing in a Grand Prix. They know if they don't take a chance now. Finna stay woke, no sleep. Run it back real slow, was that a wing? She's cold as ice, sugar-coated lies with the honey trap eyes. She's dangerous. She's dancing with intention. She's got everyone's attention. She's dangerous. They wanna get along, but
Okay, so let's talk through the rest of the session. So deadlifts went very well. 165 for 3 sets of 3, I think is probably a volume PB. My best ever triple with conventional is 170, and I've done that twice, and both times it was a true RP10. So to hit 165 for 3 sets of 3, about an RPE kind of, I'd say maybe 8 by the final set, is amazing. I'm really happy with that, and I had no back issues. My lower back to the left side, so I mentioned in, I think it was the last video, I started to feel like I was going to go into kind of muscle spasm, and I've had a little bit of that sensation the last few days still, like it hasn't fully gone away, and I was very aware of it after I finished benching. It was nowhere near as bad as it was last session on Saturday, but it still wasn't amazing, but I tried to just ignore it and just crack on, and I didn't notice it at all when I deadlifted, so that's also a huge win. Psychologically, I was strong enough to just ignore that. Yeah, so conventional went very, very well. Happy with that. And that's the first block I've done in ages where I've managed to get through the entire block with some kind of volume in there. Obviously, it's not loads of volume, it's just 3 sets of 3. But some kind of conventional volume, and I've had no lower back flare-ups worth mentioning. So very, very happy with that. And then RDLs, I did 100 for 2 sets of 8. I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm terrible at RDLs. This is the first time I've truly dedicated time to working on them. And 100 looked in the video incredibly comfortable, but it did feel difficult. But I'm really happy with how they moved, and I know there's plenty of room to continue pushing it. It's just one of those things where I'm not used to the feeling of them being heavy, so it's just something I have to kind of get accustomed to. But I'm excited to keep pushing those the next few blocks as well. So very happy with how my first session of week 5 went. Very excited for Saturday's session as well. I'm going to just nail in my nutrition now and my recovery and just make sure that I do everything I can to have the best session possible on Saturday. Yeah, so that's kind of all I've got to say. I'm probably going to wrap up this video here. It has been pretty much just training focused. I am going to still work on doing more vlog style videos, but it's just because it's been Christmas. I just haven't picked up the camera too much. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here. If you have enjoyed, please do let me know in the comments below. Please give it a like, subscribe, all of that. And I will see you on Monday for the next video.
Trying to find an opening. Roll the dice, cold sweat running down my neck. She be on the next victim.